Welcome in, everybody. It's about 1 o'clock here on a Wednesday. It's the Bullpen. I'm Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. We are awaiting our guest for the day, but we are here live at Toyota Field ready for Game 2 of the 6-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Tennessee Smokies. I kept up with the game last night. I did not see the game last night, but I did see that we were able to put up some runs. Unfortunately, we gave up 8. Pandas were able to put some up. So.
Those dang Tennessee Smokies, man, they don't give up at bats. Lucas, that's what you always say, and you hate those Smokies. They always have good at bats. They get hits. They got a lot of guys batting well and average-wise, and it shows, man. They just manufacture inning after inning.
And to my understanding, they had a big break going away last night, too, with a fly ball that just wasn't located by a trash pan out.
A real hazy night last night. That one kind of perplexed everybody watching the game. Tucker Flint's in the right field, balls hit, and off the bat, it looked like it could have been a tank. Like, oh, is this going to hit the scoreboard? Like, it looked like it was hit pretty good. Then you see Tucker get under it, and he kind of gets positioned under it. So you're thinking, oh, okay, maybe just warning track power then. And then all of a sudden, he's still just standing there staring at it, and then the ball drops behind him. And everyone's like, wait, what? Like, because usually when a guy can't track it, usually you're looking around or his hands are up or whatever. Tucker's ready to just catch this thing with his mouth, I think. But it landed behind him, and it's, like I said last night, I don't know if the wildfires are coming down or if it was just a hazy, cloudy night, but it was hazier than I feel like I've ever seen out here before. And I think that played a factor because, I mean, I've never seen a guy like just completely lose it and then not even know where to go. And then it just
It was foggy here this morning, too, on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy. Yeah, I just heard about it again. I didn't get to watch it. I watched it on the Gamecast.
I couldn't see the ball. I didn't realize where it was until it dropped behind him. It honestly was scary. I was like, man, what if he couldn't see it? Like, it landed, there was not much room between him and the outfield wall, and it landed in between. I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine that fell down while he's looking right up.
That is terrifying. I go back to that Max Muncy, the home run earlier this year. And there's fans underneath it like, yeah, it's coming down, it's coming down. And right before it lands in the crowd, they shut the lights off.
No, really? That happened?
Yeah. You know, teams, we do it here. Whenever we score, we flicker the light.
Oh, they did it early.
They were going to do that. They did it before it was officially gone. And I don't know if those fans ever made it out. I don't know. Never
Yeah.
see them again. They did not pan the camera back over there, so I don't know.
Yikes, man.
But yeah, it's one of those situations. It can be pretty scary. But we got what do we?
No, you keep going
Struggle
on.
over here?
Oh.
We have a guest coming up here in just a moment. We have left-handed pitcher, the only Trash Pandas left-handed pitcher left.
The king of the mountain.
Kolton Ingram should be in here with us here shortly, so we'll have him up here to discuss what it's like being the only lefty here. And the door's opening now. I think what's going on, man?
What's up, partner? Welcome in. Come on, take a seat. Throw your headset on there. We're going live right now, so we're up and rolling. Give me a little test on that thing.
Can you hear me?
Go one more time?
One more time?
Oh, we're in.
There it is.
We're in.
I like you repeated what you said, too. That's good. It's a good mic check.
Yo, let's just go ahead and get started.
I was just mentioning something. Ricky brought this to my attention.
Or you can
today.
get started, too.
Well, go ahead.
But let's talk
That
about
was
the
just
lip
a general-
jacket. Dude, wait, I got to get at this lip jacket right here.
Oh,
Now,
I mean,
you've been wearing a beard
yeah.
for the time I've known you. And then I saw this thing on the field right before a fireworks show, and it stopped me dead in my tracks. I think my quote to you was, "Whoa!"
Yep.
What made? Yep. What was the motivation?
It was just more of those try something different type of deal. Try to switch up the mojo a little bit.
Okay.
I haven't seen my baby face probably in about 4 years.
How you feel about your jawline? I hate mine.
I try not to look at it too much.
Fair enough. Well, the mustache is there. Do you color it at all? Is that natural?
That's natural. All natural, baby. All natural.
What goes through the mind of a professional baseball player when he sees a random guy look at him and go,
I take it as a compliment.
Thank you.
nice.
That's how it was meant. Yeah. I'm a mustache aficionado as a guy who grows facial hair like a peach.
But you could rock a mean mustache too if you want.
I told him the same thing.
Well, now that you're doing it, can we be mustache bros?
We can.
Has anyone else on the team picked it up, or are you the lone mustache?
As of right now, since Hump left,
Yeah.
I am the lone mustache guy.
I loved his mustache because he looked like an old-timey train conductor.
Yeah.
He had to look very serious. He was kind of a short mustache. But with the ball cap on, he looked like all business.
Yeah, I mean it's the perfect dad mustache.
It really
The
was.
lone mustache sounds like a desperado.
Did you hear that? Dad mustache. You just celebrated your kid's 1-year birthday.
Did.
Yeah,
My
so-
son turned one yesterday.
You've rocked the beard pretty much the whole time I've known you.
Yeah, mainly because of what you said. Hate the jawline, hate the structure going
Mm-hmm.
on. So as soon as I was able to grow one, I have not shaved my face bald. Almost 10 years.
Kolton, any advice?
See, to me, I feel like it's like the men's makeup.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
like women have their makeup and then men grow a beard.
So true. So true. I shaved my face the other day, and I hate my face.
See,
It's a
last time
horrible face.
you said you liked his mustache, or he could rock a mustache, so he's going to be your mustache bro now. I told him that a couple weeks ago. I was like, dude, you of all people can pull off the mustache. He shaved it. So, just to show where the triangle of relationships is here.
I need someone else to join me. You won't. Colton's got the guts.
Dude,
to
I
do it.
can't just go mustache. My wife has already told me not to do
Come
that.
on.
She goes, you can't.
You're already married and got a kid.
It's true. We've been together almost 10 years.
All right.
So, I mean, I'm pretty locked in.
And you never know until you try it.
Just jump in the water, man.
See,
Flash.
I was standing at my bathroom, by my mirror, and I had my my electric razor, and I was just like, slowly going to it, and just like, can't do it. And then I was like, what if I just close my eyes and just like, real quick, right? So as soon as I did it, I was like, wow, well now I got to do it.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you
once
go.
you got that first one out of the way, you just kept going and never looked back, right?
Yeah,
You just,
right.
Just gonna look at finished product.
Just close your eyes and jab your face with a razor. There you go.
And then
Man.
I immediately FaceTimed my mom, and she screenshotted it and didn't say much. So that was comforting, when your mom, you grow up and she's always telling you you're handsome, and then you show her the mustache. And she doesn't know how to say it, and I'm like, Mom, this is not the time to not say I'm handsome.
Man,
How's it look, Mom? It's a mustache.
It's there.
You got it.
how about it? Look at your chin.
Yeah, she's like, I haven't seen that in a couple of years. And I'm like, oh, me neither.
All right, man.
You can sometimes still see the little tan line from where I had it.
Tan line.
It's kind of like when you go bald. It's completely white up there, and your face has been natural sun. Is that kind of what it was there?
Oh yeah, like I had no hair on my face, and I could still see where my beard was.
Oh man.
In the bullpen, do you tan? Do you tan your face now?
I tried to first couple of innings.
Yeah.
I tip my hat up, and then I kind of just look at the sun and close my eyes.
You guys do get a lot of direct sunlight out there.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, how is it? Do you guys have to do you have to lather up before every game?
We don't necessarily lather up. We just have no idea what the game is doing for the first 3 innings.
You can't even see it.
No.
I've seen you guys before. When it's sunny, I've wondered the same thing. I've seen you all gather as closely as you can underneath a little canopy.
Oh, on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
See, in previous years, it was just like a mesh covering, so you were still getting kind of pelted by the sun, and they helped us out and added the solid roof,
There you
and it's been a game changer.
Well, that's good, man. And if I'm out there in the first through third innings, I'll give you guys some updates.
Yeah, let us know because we have absolutely no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
So we got the lone mustache here with us. We had Kolton Ingram. Not only are you the only player with a mustache, I found out today from Ricky, you are now the only left-handed pitcher left in the bullpen.
Yeah, look
I
at
am.
the roster. The right-handed pitchers totally filled. Left side, Ingram, nothing but blanks. How's it feel to be top of the mountain?
I do have one fellow lefty down there. He is currently dealing with a finger issue, but Jack Dashwood.
Okay.
So we stick together a little bit, but when I'm down there in the bullpen, and when you look down there some nights and you see all the righties all together, and then you just see me at the end of the bench and no one will talk to me, it's because I'm left-handed.
That's deep.
It's
I
kinda-
know it's so deep.
I'm a lefty too. Totally understand. I get told all the time when playing sports or anything, you think you're about to get real critique. You're like, oh, wait, I understand. I know what the problem is. Using the wrong hand. Every time.
Yeah, I mean
Happens every time.
they always what's that saying? Like if there's always something wrong with lefties, and you just got to go right.
Yeah, man. You're if you're not a righty, you're wrong. That's how it was growing up for me. Like my dad my dad was cheap. He didn't want to buy me a set of golf clubs growing up. He had brought my brother a right-handed set. Left-handed sets are hard to come by, especially when you're little, and they're expensive. So he was like, you know what? You're going to learn how to golf right-handed. That didn't work too well.
So yeah, I wish that was the same for me, because now I'm walking into these golf stores and like they're like, well, we have one, and I'm like, well,
It's
It's been here for 6 years.
yeah,
Once.
I'm
it's
like,
pretty beat up.
you got any in the back? And they're like, no.
It's older than your beard. It's not good. It's not good.
Do catchers have any bias towards you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so. I think they the catchers are the real heroes of the team, and they don't discriminate.
The glue of the bullpen.
Yes.
Bringing the lefties and the righties together.
They love it.
And you've been here a while, so you've gotten to see several of the catchers that we've had. We've gotten lucky to have several good ones. I mean, Hump, when he's here, he's great. Caro's been an awesome addition this year, and of course, O'Hoppe last year. So you've been very fortunate to have some great guys back there.
I've definitely spent my I'm still waiting for my pension
Mr. Panda,
from the Trash Pandas, but I've been here a while. I've got to see some good catchers, and I've thrown to a lot of guys and multiple innings on that mound out there.
So,
Yo, I got a question. Okay, so the number 14, what's the significance there? Is that what you got stuck with? Is that a number you wanted?
Yeah, there's absolutely no significance behind that jersey. No.
'Cause, I see all the number changes or whatever, and I always wonder, I'm like, do you get stuck with the garbage number the first year, and then year 2 you go, this is my chance to get the one I want? But you stayed steady, unlike a lot of guys who have returned to the Pandas.
Well, see, that was my initial thought, and so they kind of go by sizes.
Oh.
So the smaller the number, the smaller the jersey.
Okay.
And so my first year here, I wore 16. And when I came back the next year, I was like, look, I really don't care about the number. I really just need a jersey that makes me look somewhat kind of big.
Right, I get that.
And so they did me the huge favor of going down 2 numbers. Same size jersey, so that didn't work out. And then I was like, okay, well maybe year 3 will be different, and I'll get maybe number 1 or number 2. And I came back in, and 14 is hanging in my locker.
yeah, so I take it the number 14 just doesn't look smaller than 16. It still doesn't make you look big. Same size jersey.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I just had to make my pants tighter.
Good move.
Nice spin. Yeah, that's a good.
So now I look like a muffin top.
You're doing it. No, dude, take the focus off of it, dude. Go with the tight pants. You got the mustache already. I think you're doing the right things.
Yeah.
You got a brand building there.
Let the hair grow a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Get you some cabbage up there.
Yeah, you might as well. I got to do something. I look like a midget out there wearing a number 14.
So I got to know, now that your buddy Ben has gotten a call up, do you now throw the fastest on the team? Because he said you were the only one that would hang in there with him to see who could throw faster than him, throw harder than him.
See, he was also my roommate, so we would always talk about that at home. I personally, like, if you tilt your head and close both eyes, I throw harder than Ben does, by far. No one on the team really believes that, but as long as you believe it.
Have you gotten them to close their eyes and tilt their head while you throw the ball?
Only the catchers.
Yeah, I'd be terrified of that.
That sounds dangerous.
And see, but they don't catch it because it's too hard.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey, there's your argument.
You got to spin for everything.
Yeah. Look, I definitely don't throw the hardest on the team anymore. That was back in the glory days.
The old 16 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when you knew 93 was coming. And then when Ben got out of the lab and when he was done being built and he got here, it just kind of changed everything.
Yeah, man. He told us that you were the only one that would actually play catch with him.
Yeah.
Because him normal, his regular throws a little harder than everybody. So he's like, oh, dude, Kolton would do it, turn it into a competition. Didn't shy away from it. So I thought that was always pretty cool.
See, there's a story behind that too. And we were in spring training, and Ben's looking around for a throwing partner, and everybody, as soon as it's one of those you make eye contact and everybody turns away real fast.
Yeah.
and I got stuck looking at him.
Oh no.
So we ended up throwing together, and then out here when we're playing catch, those 97 in warm-ups, and he hits my palm and takes the feeling out of my hand, and then I get mad, and so I try to do the same thing, and then we just play a competition of burnout, and I lose every time.
Every day. Wow.
Yeah, that could be a slippery slope, I imagine. We talked to Ben about his daily routine, and since you guys said you're roommates, were you familiar with the amount of cold showers this man has taken a day? And do you take the same amount?
I started to, yes.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It didn't really hit me until we also lived on the road together in the hotel, and I'd walk in the bathroom after he showered expecting to open it up in a big room of steam, and took my breath away about how cold it was. And I was like, well, I'm not going to add steam to this iceberg. I'll take a cold shower. And after the first one, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, I think that's the same reaction I would have. Ricky wanted to. He was like, "Let's do the Ben Joyce challenge, where we take the ice baths and the cold showers." I didn't even get. I was like, "Yeah, sure." No
I
intention.
didn't take a single cold shower.
No.
I thought about it. No, nah.
Well, see, I do take the cold plunge every morning for like 2 to 3 minutes, and it's funny because whenever he gets in, I like to add more ice because I've already gotten in,
Yeah.
and I don't have to get back in. But I make it really cold for him.
Smart.
Good.
So he don't know that.
Better mentality there.
Well, Ben, you do know that now.
So we've learned so much about the pitching staff down there because we've talked to you, we've talked to Ben, and we've learned that I think Christofak that started like a whole juggling ring down there, teaching everybody how to juggle. Are you in on the juggling thing now, or?
I watch them juggle. I can juggle. I just choose not to
Is that a
because
common thing for pitchers?
I was told it was because I was amazed by the juggling thing, and then people were like, "Well, there's actually a lot of juggling."
Yeah.
It was
I wasn't told that by a pitcher. I was told that by someone else. They're like, they listened to the podcast. They're like, that's not uncommon.
Yeah, is
I'm
that
like, well,
real?
it was the first time I've heard it. So
to me it's more of a we're extremely bored, and it kind of goes back to the we can't see for the first 3 minutes. So we just find stuff to do, and it's like, you ever seen that Talladega Nights where he's like what do I do with my hands? It's one of those moments where it's just like you're just sitting there and you can't see the game. You're bored out of your mind. You're not playing the game password anymore. And so you just start juggling.
some of the best performers in bullpens around the country, I think, could start a circus, a travel.
We could.
Like it sounds like with all the time you guys got, you're building a lot of skills.
I feel like you would be because of it feels like you have a really big competitive nature. You'd be like really good at the unicycle. You know what I mean?
Ooh, you ever tried?
Oh, I can tear up a unicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
No.
wife's dad, he used to unicycle. I'm told. I never got to meet him, but he was a big unicycle guy. So if you need one, I'm sure I can go dust one off the old garage.
I would probably get fired if I tried,
Is that a
but
contractual thing? You got that?
Yeah, it's probably up there.
Motorcycle back in the day.
it's in the fine print below the fine print. So it's like the finest of prints.
They're gonna enact the unicycle clause.
Yes.
Oh,
That's tough.
you never want to go
No,
there.
you don't want.
Just like I tried to go buy a pair of the Heelys the other day, and they didn't like that.
What?
So that's in the finest of prints too.
Where'd you go to get Heelys?
Well, you have to order them online.
Is that right?
Well, I saw a kid. I was going through Publix the other day, and this kid was just looking like he was having so much fun, just going down the aisles, and it just reminded me of Healing and Walmart.
Did you get Heelys growing up? I never got them. I was never able to. I wanted them. Never got them.
I got the off-brand Heelys with the button in the back where you could like pop the wheel back in and wear them as regular shoes, and then when you really wanted to impress the girls, you like,
Hold on. Let me
You had to go down.
kick him into sport mode.
yep.
Yeah.
I got Heeled by a dude at a Mexican restaurant.
This
like
is the
2 or 3
start
months
of,
ago.
I hope, a great story because you just set the table very well.
It was
Yeah.
it was so unexpected. There was a family at a local Mexican restaurant around here. They were sitting over doing their thing, and he looked like he was on his construction lunch break. I mean, he was wearing like a wife beater. It looked like he was underneath his construction gear, full beard, had the guns out, definitely worked out. And he kept like shooting us some mean looks over at the table, like, "Hey, you're not looking over here, are you?" Like, "No, we're good." So he gets up. They get up to leave. He puts down a little tip. He lets his family walk in front of him a little more. He kind of looks at us again, takes 2 steps, and then just Heelys away. Full eye contact.
What?
Full eye contact. He just Heeled away from us.
Have you ever been alphaed by a man on Heelys?
It was
Yikes.
an experience.
I wouldn't say a man, but a boy, a
This was
kid.
a full-grown man until he whipped out the
Grown boy.
Heelys. I was like, oh, whoa.
If you want to be humbled really quick, just go back to that era of Walmart has the best floors to Healy in. So you used to go into Walmart and look, and these kids are just like freestyling on Heelys everywhere, and I'm like a baby deer on Heelys, just got them, and these kids are doing 360 spins, and I'm like crying, because I'm like upset I can't do it.
It's like the X Games over there by Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Look out.
My thing in middle school, it wasn't the Heelys that would humble you. Like, oh, you don't have them, you nerd. It was hacky sacks. Like, I got so pressured into having to get a hacky sack and learn how to hacky sack because that was the cool thing to do in like 7th and 8th grade. And I was like, I'm not gonna. I would go home and have to like go outside and practice. I'm like, I'm not gonna be called a nerd anymore. I'm gonna hacky sack. So that was our thing. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I have definitely hacky sacked before, because that is also a pretty famous baseball pitcher thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably between that and those little frisbees they throw out in the outfield. Haven't gotten one of those yet, but
I could have been a pitcher if I could throw a baseball. It'd be awesome.
If only you were popular in high school, you could have been a pitcher. I'm sorry.
Wait, you don't even.
The social bar at your school was set at like anything below hacky sack.
Yeah, it was rough.
You got a hacky sack though. What's up?
You don't even have to be able to throw a baseball. You go out to tryouts and you show the coach that you can hacky sack.
That's right. He's getting 3 innings tomorrow. Get him out there.
See that kid? He juggles. Probably throw it pretty good. Hey, you know what? I was surprised to see guest Trash Pandas coach Bobby Valentine in the dugout last night.
Yep.
How's that been, having him in town and kind of getting some wisdom from a guy that's been around the league for a while? Sorry to change it from the Healy's conversation, but just get back on track with baseball a little bit. What's it like with Bobby V in the dugout?
Well, 2 things. One, I'm not in the dugout.
No, I know that, but I mean,
But I've heard.
Clubhouse, stuff like that.
He got to come in the locker room and share his wisdom with all of us yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Just picking his brain, hearing the experiences that he went through, and his story is really cool. If you ever get a chance to talk to him or really get to dive into his story, it's setback after setback. So it's actually really cool, and he got to explain that to us yesterday, and he talked about the power of your time and when, and it was just a pretty cool message just to hear from not only a player but a manager and guys that he's gone overseas and managed, and so it's been really cool just to hear his journey.
Yeah, it looks like it, man. It's during the astronaut race, I saw him in the dugout. He was like this, in awe.
Oh, he's loving it.
Yeah, he was really having a good time down there, man. You can tell he's just decked out in panda gear. I had no idea he was going to be here, and all of a sudden someone goes, "Hey, did you see Bobby Valentine down there?" And I'm like, what a crazy place to work at. Like, there he is. Just
We told him to wait for Taylor.
Dude, how long's he here? Is he here for a couple days?
I think he's here for 3 days. So Thursday, I think, is his last day.
Thursday? All right, we'll get something for Bobby there. Yeah, that's gonna blow his mind.
He needs to see it.
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of the astronaut race and the dance off, you bring up Taylor. We brought this up to several players because they all have their own in mid-inning promotion they enjoy. Which one's your favorite?
It was when you were trying to beat Chris running.
Oh yeah, the cheese.
Yeah, but he retired. I probably think it's probably the dance off.
Natural for it to be a later inning thing because the first 3 innings you have no idea.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it.
No, I have no idea what's going on.
But I do like the golf one. I want to try. I want to try the golf one.
That's great.
It doesn't happen as often as some of the other ones, but that may be why it's one of mine. But it's one of my favorites too. The longest putt.
It's got a wicked break on that.
Yeah.
That away dugout, man.
I think one of these days I might just go out there and try it.
Practice.
Practice.
And if you want, we can bring a little box out there, get some putts in.
Yeah, I mean, I might try it.
So you guys ever throw any scratch down on who's going to win the astronaut race? Tucker's a big Neil guy.
So the one thing in my 3 years, don't bet on Neil. That's probably like a plus a million odds, especially now with a new racer.
Oh yeah.
We are more of a how long is the national anthem going to last kind of group.
Ooh.
So we try to time it, and if it's a dude, we know that it's not going to be as long. Groups are the best.
Yeah.
Because no one's trying to shine.
Right,
It's just kind of quick and easy. Women, now those are the longer ones, and so we kind of time those up, and those are the funnest ones because some girls get up there and they hit the high notes and prolong it a little bit. Those are the tricky ones because we always try to say, okay, the time's going to end at 6 seconds or 7 seconds or 8 seconds, and then we, that's been a fun thing to do.
Do you guys have parameters of when it starts? When the timer starts on the anthem, is it first word, and then how do you determine when it ends?
So as soon as the first word comes out of whoever's mouth, that's when we start the time, and then we're like 9 seconds. That's when the clock. That's when everybody starts clapping. When the music ends, that's when it goes.
I love the analysis. As the guy who books the national anthems, that's hilarious. The demographics of time compared to age or gender. It's
kids are the best too.
Groups nail it, and yeah, that is good stuff.
Or an instrument. Whenever somebody comes out with a violin or a guitar, you're like, okay, this is
They
great.
go right down the middle of it.
Yeah, we had kicks and licks. They had trumpets and stuff.
Yo, that was a great one. The
Yeah,
six guys with the tubas. And
Yeah, that's Fine with me. The new prop bet is whether the velo gun works on the board.
That is a true toss-up.
Yeah, that is. We tell everybody, we're like, over under the gun works today. Like, what are the odds the gun works today? and we're getting close to like never.
Yeah, last year I think last year was a rough one. It didn't work a lot last
Sometimes
year.
it'll happen mid-game.
Yeah.
Like fourth inning. Oh, hey, that guy threw 94.
We at least have like that guy up here now. Last year for the first year, so that's like
There's a guy?
Yeah, so that's not an us thing. That's not a Trash Pins thing. That is strictly owned by the Angels. They have their own guys here that do that.
Oh, wow.
It's called Hawkeye, I believe. And they set up the cameras and stuff. In the first year, we had a guy up here in the press box. I think he was a student at UAH that was in charge of doing that. And then it stopped working, so he wasn't here the second half of the year. And then he came for the first 2 games last year. Never saw him again. And then now we have Alex and Isom. Those are you see those 2 guys. Those are the Hawkeye guys. Those are the guys that are trying to get that to work and are in communication with the people that control that.
What happened to the other guy? They take him out.
I don't know.
Maybe we just need to get Ben back here. It works for Ben.
Oh, yeah.
People want to make sure it works for Ben.
But that's our highlight of entertainment in the bullpen. It's just to see how hard guys are throwing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hey, with Ben being gone and him being your roommate, is this like when your older brother goes off to college? Like, do you get a bigger room? How's this work? You got more space?
So I already had the master.
Okay, that's good.
See, when you're a lifelong trash panda, and you get a new trash panda come in, he gets the smaller room.
Does it feel good to kind of knock him down a couple pegs like that? Be able to
Yeah,
somebody out there?
I humble him when we get home. I look at him and I'm like, 102? Come on, that's it.
That's it.
And I'm like, dude, you promised me 104, and like now I'm disappointed. And so he just,
I know we forgot how to pitch today, 102.
I told him you're disappointing me every time.
You got any plans for his bedroom? Like, are you going to redecorate and send him a picture? Like, show him it's an office now? You took down all his old posters?
So I have a new roommate.
Ooh.
Kahanowitz moved in,
Okay.
the starting pitcher tonight. So he took his room, and I told him, I said, look, man, that's the portal
The portal.
to the big leagues. I'm like, is there any way we could switch rooms?
How many roommates have you had that have been called up if you're calling it the portal?
So my first year here, my first hotel roommate when I first got here was Kyle Tyler. And he portal. And then I think Ben might be the only other one.
Okay.
Portal.
Yeah, portal. Straight up.
You trying to get a little bullpen bump dust on you with this interview right here? Because we've got a pretty good track record too. Like, after we interview somebody, it seems like they go bye-bye pretty soon after.
Yeah, like I'm sitting in the portal.
Yeah. We did this last year. We were on the radio, and every Friday home game we had a player on, and they would just play lights out after we have them on, and then eventually they're in AAA or the show now. I mean, we have so many people that just get called straight up over
So
here.
after you receive the bump here, probably tomorrow, who takes your master bedroom? Go ahead, let's get the call up. How's that work?
Well, at that point, he gets the choice between 2 portals. Like, he's just in the portal apartment. It'll probably just be the next guy that the Angels call up. They'll put him in my room, and just tell him, like, hey man, like, they don't even call that the ballpark apartments. They're like, you're going to the portal. And so he'll move into my room, and then he'll just be patient.
Wow.
And
I gotta know, because you were talking about going out there and trying to get some practice putts out there for the longest putt. I can just tell, like, with throwing with Ben and everything, you definitely love the competition side of things. So outside of baseball, something you're already good at, I know athletes are good at multiple things. What's the other thing that, like, if it gets brought up, you aren't shy to tell anybody, like, you don't want to see me on this, you don't want to touch me on this?
probably rock band drums.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't just don't even.
You don't want to see.
No, you don't want to see.
Still got the rig, huh?
I do.
Is that,
It's at home. It's not here because I would be obsessed and probably take up all of my time. But expert mode
Expert, of course.
on rock band drums, any song
Wow.
Whoa.
doesn't
Got
matter.
the kick drum down and everything.
Yep. I even bought a second kick.
we got the double
Yeah.
pedal going.
Good God, man! You could play for like Led Zeppelin or something.
You ever play actual drums?
I do.
Yeah, let's go. I do too. I grew up playing drums. I never really got to play rock band a whole ton though. I know it's a little different, and it's still, even going from drumming to that's an adjustment, probably hard. But
Is this a lefty thing? You think?
It might
maybe,
be.
could be. I don't know.
You know what it also could be?
What's that?
a mustache thing if you get your mustache.
Whoa, wait, all right. Let me text my wife.
Dude, get rid of it.
So it started off with my mom got it for me and my brother to like kind of bond, and he, being the crybaby he was growing up, he wanted the guitar, and so I was like, fine, I'll take the drums, and then I fell in love with the drums, and then I got really good at it. So my mom was like, well, why don't you try drum lessons? So I took drum lessons, and like this dude was like ancient, like just boring, ancient, and like he was like teaching me stuff, but I was like trying to learn a little bit more like rapid pace. And so I used to come in and just like kind of wow him, and then I just told my mom like, I don't want him anymore. Like, so I used to go home and just practice on Rock Band.
That's awesome. How much younger than you is your brother?
2 years.
Okay, so we're all older brothers in here. My brother is about 2 years younger, like 20 months younger than me, and it's funny you say that because our parents did stuff like that too. Like, try to just get along, just do this together. Like, because we get along a little better now, but we were always at each other's throats. Yeah, that's how we were.
When you went from student to master in drumming and looked at your old sensei and said, "This isn't, I've moved beyond you,"
Yeah.
did you Healy away when you told him that?
Oh my God.
At that point, I had a ripstick.
Oh, did you?
So I was just twisting away from him.
I don't need you anymore.
You see these hips?
See?
You see this movement right here? Can't teach that.
And see, that's why he just couldn't teach me, because he didn't have the rhythm of the ripstick.
This boy came in, told me he didn't want to take lessons anymore. He jumped on this magic carpet and shimmied his way on out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went down.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Ripstick.
That is incredible.
Looking back on it, I feel bad,
Yeah.
I don't feel bad.
but I haven't played the drums in like probably 7 or 8 years. It's been a while.
Think you could drum the national anthem?
Probably not. Maybe if you gave me about a week, I could get it down, but
What if we got your brother to help out?
he gave up guitar probably the next day.
Okay.
So-
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I had an electric drum kit that I got a couple years ago because I had the itch to get to drumming again. And my wife got me one for Christmas, and then about a year ago we had a new roommate move in, and I can't do anything ready to put it in the closet. I had to make room for a crib or whatever.
Yeah, that sucks. Just roommates moving in, especially ones that are related.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready to get portable away though. I still have to change his diaper. So
Yeah.
You're not the first man to lose a drum set to a baby.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Long line of people, of dudes falling into that trap.
And see, the thing is that Ben bought a guitar when we first got here,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said he was going to practice, and then that we were going to start a band, and then he never touched it.
How many times you ever seen him play that guitar?
Never.
Did you guys have a band name in mind?
No, I think it was just something along the lines of like Kolton and his little brother.
Cool. That's a little
The Lone Mustache, the solo group.
Yeah, but we even went to the Guitar Center down the street, and
Mm-hmm.
he got a couple picks and a little tuning device you put on guitar, and then just
Never touched it again.
Just did he have a little stand for it on the wall or anything? Did he hang it up?
he slept with it every night, and I just thought that was weird.
Yeah.
But maybe I should start doing that. Maybe that's the point.
It improves.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe the portal's just the friends we made along the way. You know, I like the it's the guitar thing probably.
Is there anyone else in the bullpen with musical talent?
Eric Torres can really, really, really play the guitar.
We need to have a bullpen national anthem one day.
He could.
And now today's national anthem performed by none other than your trash panda bullpen.
And then you should ask Dashwood to sing for you.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
Dashwood sing?
He can sing.
I don't know if he's just trying to set him up or not.
I got a lot of dates available for the anthem, and this is what the people want.
I feel like he's been telling us the truth up to that point. I feel like he's trying to get Dashwood, pull one over on Dashwood.
I don't even care if he's good. I'm ready to put it on the books now.
If you have a spot open, he would love to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
When I give you guys an update in the second inning today, we'll talk about it more.
Yeah, just bring him up here and just say, hey, can we have a taste of what's to come? And
Bullpen exclusive.
Yeah, and he'll spit you a couple. He'll rap the
Oh.
national anthem, and then he'll sing.
So that one's going to go long if we're
Yeah.
betting on that one. It's going to be a longer
It
one.
depends on if we're talking about like a Usher type national anthem or like an Eminem type national.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But he's got to do. He does both.
He can
Book
do
him
both.
twice.
Yeah, back
You
to
like
back.
you like Twista?
Do it like a
Yes.
doubleheader.
Bust a
Is
rhyme.
it Twista type? Is he going to really get those? What are you going to finish in about 40 seconds?
Yeah, I'm definitely setting him up right now. But
Let's
yeah.
go,
No,
dude.
who cares?
Love it.
Let's
No,
do
no,
it.
he means it. You're good. We're let's go, Jack.
You'll be all right.
We'll get you up here.
Damn, what a conversation, man. I think we've covered everything. Ripsticks, Heelys, starting bands, mustaches, and then even baseball.
We haven't even once talked about how this season is and how you like playing at home and all the general stuff that people like to ask. We haven't even gotten to that. We did 30 minutes.
You answer that enough, though, right?
If you want to talk about that, get a position player up here. Like, this is the bullpen,
That's right.
and that's what we talk about in the bullpen.
Let's go.
This did take a very bullpen vibe. This was cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, thank you for giving us a little taste of what you guys
course.
experience night in and night out there.
Feel free to give us a shout out down there in the bullpen, or
Absolutely.
visit us if we get lonely.
If there's like a long home run going out there in the first 3 innings, I'll just be like, hey guys, look out.
Yeah,
Kolton,
yeah,
it's
it was-
coming.
Yeah, I mean, other than a million kids asking us for balls, tic tac,
Oh, man.
rock paper scissors. I mean, we don't really get much conversation out there.
Do you just stone face the kids when they do that, or do you go, look,
Well, now we have a sign out there that says we cannot give baseballs.
right.
And then I don't know if it's like an education thing that they can't read the sign, or you know what, I'm gonna try anyways type deal. So I got to give it to them. I just I'd be a master at rock paper scissors.
Have you,
If I'd done that.
in your time here, have you had a home run come down to the bullpen?
Oh yeah.
Have you got one? Whose home run have you got? Anybody?
Uh,
Anybody special?
I don't think I've caught. In all fairness, I think I've caught opposing home runs, because our home runs kind of go way over.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bring it back in. I like that.
You thought about throwing it back?
You know what? I haven't thought about it. I usually throw it back the other way.
Fair.
Because they
This is
got
the kids.
50 screaming kids in my ear.
Yeah, right.
And so we used to just tell them, as soon as we get a foul ball, I promise you, we'll give you the ball.
As soon as
So
we get a
there-
foul.
And they never really caught on. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, that works. And it's like, well, we're not in foul territory.
There's been some long home runs hit here by us and by opposing teams, and I'm just curious because we have like the stat cast that tells us how far it's gone, but I feel like there's been a home run that just wasn't casted properly, and it's not credited as long as home run. But sitting out there and being here, who has hit the hardest or longest ball you've seen? Do you even remember?
Does it have to be on our team?
No, it could be anybody.
Ellie
Was
did.
it Ellie?
Yeah, that was.
Or my
God.
first year here, it was Robbie Tenerowitz.
Yep.
He hit one off of one of my other good buddies, Dietz, and I don't know if it's landed yet.
No, that's
Both of those skied the batter's eye there, yeah.
I just remember him coming in the dugout after that, going, "Wow!" Like, at that point, like, you really can't be mad
No, yeah,
at
no.
giving up that home run. It's just
Yeah.
wow.
The longest, I think the longest I've seen a trash panel player hit, it was stat casted way shorter than I think, because it ended up in the gravel parking lot. But last year, Trey Cabbage mashed a baseball that to this day was not casted properly.
He's got that wow power.
He does.
Speaking of Ellie De La Cruz, though, yesterday he made his debut. I saw it up there. He had like a 112-mile-an-hour double off of that.
Up here, I mean, that's taller than me.
He's huge. He's a very, very big person. But there you go.
It would have went over my head.
I knew that. I knew that you. I know that Jovan out there in college, he was a hitter. You ever used to hit?
Yeah, back in Little League
Yeah. Okay. All right.
and high school, but we don't talk about that.
No, not.
I got one last question for you. So I did a little Google search of you today, see if I could find anything, any outliers, something that grabs my attention. And I found an article about you from The Athletic. All right, and it had a picture. It was you and another guy, and in the picture, it's just talking about how you guys, you got drafted, you went over here, and it had a picture of you holding a dog, and the dog looks confused. It's like, yeah, right here.
Yep.
Did you steal that dog? Is that your dog?
That is my dog.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay.
She is a big dog, and I am not a big human. So she was wondering why I was struggling. to pick
Oh,
her
is
up.
that what it is? Yeah, she's looking around like, hey, does anyone know what's going on here? Because
So we were actually putting in a pool in the backyard, so our whole yard was tore up. Some of the fences were down, so we couldn't let her go run. So, because she'll take off. So I had to pick her up, and she had put on a few pounds over COVID because we couldn't let her just go out and run. So
That
she,
COVID weight.
it was tough.
Got all of us.
And she was looking at me, wondering why I was calling her fat.
What's your
Okay.
dog's name?
Kona.
Kona. How old is she?
I think she's 4 or 5. She's actually my brother's dog. So
Okay.
She's actually 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, so she is safe. She is a dog related to you. That's good.
Yes, and
Okay.
she's still there. I did not kidnap her.
Fantastic.
I have a 10-year-old dog. His name is Boss. Ricky is a cat named Taco. Believe it or not.
I got a dog too.
When did you get a dog?
I'm married into it. It's my
I'm-
dog-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Is that how that work? No, it's just my
It's
stepdog.
It's your stepdog.
Yeah, I got a stepdog. Yeah.
I only ever really heard you talk about Taco. You brought up your dog, I think, on Monday when I was here. And I was like, what? I didn't say anything out loud. I was like, well, he's a dog.
Yeah, my stepdog won't call me dad, so I don't really like to refer to him much. You know, it's kind of like
understandable.
set the order. What's
I'm more of an
hyphen?
uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
I'm a
fun
cool
uncle.
uncle.
Well, that's kind of cool. Though. Well, the kidnapping woman.
Yeah, whenever my brother turns his head, I give the dog the treats. Just
What's up?
I'm the reason.
So
she's
you're the
fat.
COVID weight. Yeah, it was all you. Okay.
I'm the reason she's fat.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
I'll admit to it.
All right. Well, man, we really appreciate your time on here. Thank you for coming up and stopping by. I know that you guys we have a game today. I'm sure you guys have a meeting coming up soon. So taking the time up here to come up here was awesome. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Cole. When you get called up, probably tomorrow.
This is the portal.
This
That's
is the
right.
portal. So when
My
you
phone's
get
ringing.
What?
oh my gosh, that'd have been a huge one. Well, whenever you're reunited with Ben up there in LA, get the band going
Oh, we
and
will.
send us some tickets. We'll be there.
Oh, I'll bring him his guitar.
If he didn't bring it with him.
I don't think so.
What?
Backstage pass. I'll
What a
start a
shame.
pit. I'll start a pit. I'll bring my brother. My brother goes. He's the pit starter in concerts. So we'll start one.
That works.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, man.
Good luck to
Appreciate
you.
it.
For sure.
Have fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank
Go
you.
Bandits.
Colton Ingram, folks. If you want to hear his thoughts on the baseball season, you're going to have to listen to another.
Should I heel you away?
He's unfortunately not healing away,
That would be the greatest thing ever.
wearing the flips.
I don't know where I thought that interview was going to go. I've never met Kolton before, nor have I really ever seen him speak to anybody else.
Yeah.
So, hearing that and seeing all the directions that it went,
Yeah.
Absolutely blows my mind. Like that was probably one of my most unexpected and favorite interviews we've done. That was great.
That was a fun one, dude. I loved talking to the pitchers. I mean, they spend a lot of time together in that bullpen, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, baking out there for the first 3 innings.
Dude, on a Sunday, watch them because you see the little canopy over there. It's not the largest thing in the world, but we have quite a few arms in the bullpen. Watch them on Sunday just huddle together like a group of penguins underneath that. There's this huge whole bullpen, and they're all huddled under that tiny little canopy because it's so hot outside. I saw that a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, what's this?
They have similar migratory patterns to penguins. I've noticed that a ton this year. The way they leave the bullpen, the way they huddle for shade, the way they deal with children yelling for balls.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Very penguin-esque.
they have
Their favorite, the bullpen's favorite fish. Am I right?
Brett Carey said it. My favorite fish, penguin.
Penguin.
I wonder what
Pitchers.
his favorite bird is.
I don't know.
Barracuda.
Tucker Flint.
Tucker Flint. Someone asked me last night, "Hey, did you see the Barracuda?" I said, "You bet I did."
So something I haven't been able to see yet. I'm excited to see tonight. Again, the Trash Pandas played last night. Dropped game 1 8-5, but was able to put up. I'm very impressed by the amount of runs they were able to put up against Tennessee because it's a very good baseball team.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious. It's going to be my first look. Y'all got to look at him last night. It's my first look at Sonny D. So can't wait to see Sonny.
Okay. Yeah. Sonny, I think had a couple strikeouts last night, but I think he put a hit on, or he got walked. I know he was on base at one point, so. Not a bad night for him, but the Trash Pandas, it's not like they played bad. I mean, scored runs, but Tennessee just kept manufacturing hits. I don't have the box score, but I remember at one point I think both teams might have ended up with double-digit hits, if not the Trash Pandas were incredibly close. Let's see.
How'd the while you're looking for that, how'd the lunch bag giveaway go?
Oh, the lunch bag's a winner, dude. If you got one of those lunch bags yesterday, your lunch is going to be thanking you over the next few years because it's a great look.
My pest guy was at my front door today with a
Was he?
with a an ant farm open, ready to be tipped over.
He's
He's like,
like-
"Where's it at?" I'm like, "I wasn't there yesterday. I'm sorry. Give me. I felt like I was having to pay a bookie. I'm like, "Give me a couple days. Just can I get a couple more?
He's gonna break your legs, man.
Can I
Don't
get
get him
a
a lunchbox?
I just need a couple more days, please. I'll get it. All right.
I swear, I promise.
It'll be so. It'll hold all your lunch, all
Your
your
lunch-
sandwiches. It'll hold
Lunch is
your.
gonna be fine.
It'll hold your cans. It'll hold them all.
Oh,
It'll
man.
hold all of them, and you're gonna be so happy. Honestly, you don't even have to. You know, don't you don't have to treat my house anymore. You know, just come scare the pests away because you're terrifying.
Possibly though, the giveaway of the year is tomorrow. The beverage belt giveaway. We posted a video on social today of everyone trying to load the 6-pack, the 6 holsters right there with cans. We had a little speed contest. I lost.
I learned this a long time ago, but it really hit me hard when I saw that video yesterday of the whole beverage belt thing. Because I was on it too, and I beat your time by like half a second, I think. I think we were around the same ballpark.
I didn't see the video of it.
Well, that's the thing. I learned a little bit ago when it comes to social media, because we have a social media guru. Like, our social media guy's amazing. I'm just not social media material because I get filmed for all of these things that we do, and I never make the cut. I never make the cut. I watched that whole video yesterday waiting for me because I couldn't remember what my time was.
Yeah.
What was my time? And I got to the end, and Emma was going. I'm like, he's not going to show me after Emma. Emma did it in less than 4 seconds. And then it ended, and I was like, I'm not social media material, man. I don't know what it is. I don't have the flair, the flash. I was very middle of the road with my time. It was better than yours, but it wasn't anything special. So I'm not social media material, man. It hurts.
And
I can't complain because he knows what he's doing. He's good at it. And I'm not making the cut. It's on me. But
left on the cutting room floor.
Every time. I never make the cut in these.
What do you think? You think we need to? You need a brand. You need a little fix on your brand right here. I tried to give Tucker some ideas. He hasn't adopted any of them.
I gotta follow what you and Austin. You and Austin always seem to be in on those.
Hey,
you're
know
good
what it is?
It's the mustache.
Boom. You shave that beard off, buddy, you're gonna be in everything.
Dude, I take it for granted, but there's a lot of times I go like this. You get the little double chin action going.
Everybody does it, dude. That's just part of having a neck and a chin.
It's gonna be worse when I take care of this and it's gone.
Just embrace it, dude. That's part of having a
My
chin
son
and a
is
neck.
not gonna love me anymore.
He will probably think it's a little weird.
He won't know who I am.
It seemed like kids, whenever
seen those?
their dad shaves for the first time, it's like,
some kids have been terrified. They'll cry. Hi, stranger danger.
it's better to get him into this now before he gets older.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be a problem. You know, you introduce him to multiple facial hairstyles now. He's going to be a better adult for it. I read that in a book.
No, you didn't. You just want me to shave and give him a
Just
mustache.
do it, man. If you do it, I'll do it.
Maybe I'll get more of our social media videos. The only one I can remember being in was the one where we were reading mean tweets.
Do it.
That was the good one. But I got to find my thing so I can get in there. You know what I mean?
Do it. You're a PA announcer for a baseball team. You know how many guys had mustaches before you in that same position?
I have to.
At one point, all of them. It was mandatory. I read that in a book.
I want everybody's advice on being single again, because when I do that, I'm probably going to get divorced. My wife does not want that. So
I'm not going to lie, it's a little shallow of her to dump you just because of a mustache.
Any comments? What we got going on over there?
Yeah, there's a little bit over here. I think the audio, I screwed it up a little bit at one point, but we're back on board here.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Yo was wondering who the best golfer is in the pen.
I have a feeling.
I think Kolton's an avid golfer, or at least he dresses like one. I see him dressed for golf frequently.
You know, if you're ever out there on the golf course and the guy in front of you hits just from the fairway like a good 225 yard shot to the green, and then he leads his way over there, that's probably Kolton.
That's probably him.
If I had to guess.
And if it's not, you're at a pretty cool golf course.
Yeah, dude. Our thing, hacky sacks. Did y'all have one that was like that thing everybody did, and if you didn't do it, you were kind of left out? Because it went from weirdly enough, it went from skateboarding to hacky sack.
I remember at one point it was yo-yos.
Oh, that was elementary school. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember hacky sack being a thing, but I remember in elementary school it was like, dude, if I don't get a Dunkin' Grand Imperial by tomorrow, just go ahead and write me off socially for the next 10 years.
If I'm not walking the dog by Friday, I'm not invited to Jimmy's birthday party, and then.
Mom, I can't do my homework. I can't even rock the cradle. How do you expect me to do math right now? I'm a mess. Give me a second.
What do I do?
I made it. I wanted it to sleep, but it didn't sleep.
I woke up angry.
You got a swollen eye the next day. You're like, what happened? Yeah, I rocked the cradle too hard, bro.
Fell out of the cradle
Too hard, yeah. How's that go? Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Cradle drop. Yeah, it dropped, man.
Don't rock the cradle, or is that the jukebox? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, it was yo-yos for me. That was the thing.
Ours was-
Razor scooters at one point.
Oh yeah, I was in on that. I checked all the boxes. Like I kept going up and checked. I got a skateboard. I wasn't good at skateboarding, but I had one. I had a Razor scooter, so that
I was never a
cool.
ripstick guy.
Me either.
Or Heelys. I never had the Heelys or the ripstick.
That's why I don't have the
Kolton,
hip
well, not
function that I would like to have. The hip range of motion.
Ripstick just seemed like at the end would just be exhausted and dizzy. Maybe. I mean, you're doing this all day just to go a little bit of distance. I'm like, this doesn't seem like I'm getting a fair trade-off for the amount of energy I'm spending.
Dude, I really enjoy having these players on and being able to get their finger. Like I thought the eggs and the juggling was one thing, but we got a dude that drums.
Uh-huh.
He tried to order Heelys the other day, and they said like, no, dude, that's it's kind of in the contract. We can't do that.
I always said like relief pitcher in baseball might be the best job in sports, or maybe starting pitcher. Pitcher in sports I think is the best because I always look at it, I'm like, man, if you're like a starting pitcher, you know you're going to pitch one day, you're going to get 4 off. So those 4 days when you wake up, go play some golf. You know, you got an excuse to play golf on a work day when you know you're not going to work. So you're pretty much just a professional golfer, and then occasionally you get to play baseball and go strike some people out. And then when you're done, you're just going back to playing golf. And then when you don't want to do that, you just goof around and like learn how to juggle or try to start a band. Like these guys, they have all the time. They're living their dream, and they're over there finding a secondary dream while doing their dream because there's so much time for activities.
God, I couldn't imagine. Like, hey Ben, you want to go one more inning? I got to go tune my guitar.
Do you think Pat Mahomes is got free time to learn how to play the bass guitar?
I don't know.
No, he's spending 18 hours a day watching film, working out, running, getting his routes ready, getting his boys, getting the timing right. No, these guys are like, I throw gas a couple hours and take a cold shower, and then I play rock band.
I wish we would have talked to Kolton first, so I would have known when Ben came on. Like, hey, before you leave, you have to play "Smoke on the Water." I just bow, bow, bow.
Bam. Oh, crap. Bam. 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 Oh.
What if I just hold it and look cool? Is that?
How about that? That was good. That's me anytime I hold a guitar. Because, man, when you see someone rip a guitar, you just, in your head, you're like, man, pass me that thing real quick. And then you get up there, bong, bing, ding, bang, bang. Nothing. What am I doing? Nothing? Hold on, I'll just move my fingers to nothing. Okay.
Yeah, the guitar's not tuned.
This thing's broken, dude.
That's not regulation.
It's the last time I get a Fender. All right? Not going to happen again.
Oh my gosh. Well, today's show went even better. I didn't even know. Like I was told yesterday that we might have Kolton on, and then I came in today. Like I didn't hear anything back. So when I came in today, and they were like, "No, dude, Kolton's good to go." I'm like, "Sweet." So it just kept getting better and better. Then we got in here, we got to interview Kolton, and it was awesome.
He brought it today, man.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Hey, look, just be prepared. Anybody that watches or listens to this podcast, and you know someone who doesn't watch or listen, just you can sound smart when
Look, there's Kolton with a football. See what I'm talking
He's
about?
already out
Now the dude's playing quarterback. Now he is Pat Mahomes.
So just remember, if you listen to this podcast and you know people that don't, you guys come to the game and you want to sound smart, when Kolton Ingram starts coming out of that bullpen one of these games this week, you can look over and be like, hey, it's the bullpen. He's going to pitch. I got an inside track. He's going to pitch really well tonight.
Oh, and let's see if they throw him the football right here because he put his arms up and they ignored him. And he talked about how the righties kind of look away from the left. Look, they skipped him again.
Is it Yovan that just skipped
They
him?
just went from righties to righty. He's right in the middle. He's like, hey, look, I'm still open.
I think that was
Hey, why
Kidman
don't you throw it
that
over here to
skipped
me? Oh, and then he drops
That's-
it. Maybe that's why. Okay.
him. That might be
We'll
why.
cut that. We'll cut that part. Got a nice little sweet lefty Steve Young fadeaway there.
Yep. I think I know why they don't throw it to me where he dropped it. You got to. That's tough when you're sitting there lobbying to get the ball over and over again. You finally get it.
And then, yeah, that's tough.
Could have been the angle. Could have been the throw. I don't know.
I don't know. We're definitely running some routes there.
Yeah,
I was a little Yovan post corner
Yovan
on the money.
to Dakota Donovan.
Telling you, we could get a flag football team out of the bullpen. We could get a full-on band. That's an overthrow right there.
Yeah, that's not. No, that doesn't count. That's not on
We'll
Kolton.
cut that. We'll cut that. All right. Well, hey, anybody in the local area that wants to hear these two guys Friday morning? Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
7 the zone?
That's right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
You were like Friday. We're already previewing the Friday show. I like that,
Buddy, we're booked. We're doing a radio show Friday.
Yeah, Friday morning from 8 to 9. I believe it's the end of the morning drive they have over there. We're doing the last hour. So check that out, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. We're back on the radio waves for at least today. We got the call yesterday. Hey, you guys want to come do an hour? Yeah, why not? So we're going to be out there. Check us out 8 to 9. We'll probably end up doing a podcast that afternoon as well since it's a Friday. Probably going to have a player on as well, so we'll probably have to do a podcast that day. So we'll double dip. If you don't know anybody, or if you know people that don't listen to the show or they don't have it, tell them to flip over to 97.7 ESPN The Zone on Friday from 8 to 9 to get a preview of them right there on the radio on your way to work, and check him out because it's basically going to be what we do here. This is Ricky and I have always had a show like this. We've always gone back and forth like this. So we'll hang out, talk some sports there. We'll come back, do some more Trash Panda stuff on Friday. Tell them where to listen to the podcast. They can watch it live on YouTube. They can just go back and watch the YouTube video, or if they have a way to download podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever, look up the Rocket City Trash Panda, or the Trash Panda Podcast Network. Trash Panda Podcast Network, and they post it there under the Bullpen, and you'll see us. So check us out, man. We've seen the listens since the season started, since we've gotten things going here, just skyrocketing, and we really appreciate you guys checking us out.
One last step, though. Mustache, am I right? Let's do it. Lock it in. Lock it in, kiss the thumb.
I'm not kissing that.
Lock it in and kiss the thumb. It's mustache season in the Rocket City, folks.
I'm not looking forward to this.
This is going to be awesome. All right. Dude, it'll grow back. Don't worry about it.
Do I have a deadline? When do I got to do it? Oh.
You're ready to go now. I see no reason not to just do it now. Your kid's won now. All right? I saw your post where you're like, it's tough. It's going to be tough not having a baby.
It is tough,
yeah,
man.
I mean, bro, he's still like pooping his pants.
He's starting to mimic and mock you now. Like he's doing toddler stuff now.
Yeah.
Like he's starting
stuff.
to do so I can't treat him like he's a baby.
You don't have an
anymore.
infant anymore. You got a toddler.
Yeah, I don't pick him up and do this. It's
okay.
Yeah. So
well, now it's time to set the tone. You're going to have to discipline this kid here eventually, and there's no more better disciplinary tool than a dad with a wicked mustache.
I will say a good combination of a mustache with a nice pair of sunglasses. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat a good mustache.
You think your kid's going to try to start some stuff up at 13 months?
No.
If he's got what looks like 80s Mike Ditka staring at him?
I'll tell you this, too. My dad could pull off a wicked just mustache.
And terrifying. Terrifying man. I've heard the stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He lived up to it.
Mm-hmm. He's the same one that you think you go to your 14-year-old son and you say, here, drink this pint of bourbon straight, and you don't have a mustache? Absolutely not. Full mustache.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I believe it. No, I can almost
You won't
see
look at me. You want? Don't be scared. It's okay.
When you talk about your dads, it scares me. I'm sorry. But by Friday morning, mustache? Friday morning, 8 a.m.? Live on the air? Live with a mustache? I'll shave what I got and just leave this pathetic thing. It'll take a couple more weeks to fill out because I grow facial hair like a peach. But
TBD. I don't know when I'll be able to get it done.
I have the facial hair of a kiwi, but I'll get there.
All right. Well, mustache or not, I will definitely be there on Friday morning.
Or not.
97. I don't know if it'll be ready by then. I don't know.
What do you need? What are you doing? You got to put gas in it? Just shave your face.
Oh, man, I don't want to do this. But all right, we'll talk to you guys.
I'll get the oil changed, and then, hey, if the timing works out, I'll try to have it.
Yeah, I got the alignment.
What do you got to do? Overnight shipping? What are you doing?
You get aligned. You got the whole thing.
All right. Whatever, dude.
All right. We'll talk to y'all on Friday. 97.7 ESPN The Zone from 8 to 9 a.m. We'll be on there, and then we'll be back on the podcast here at the normal time, normal